Welcome to Lamb of God Streaming Technology Training video. The first thing you want to do is turn on the computer. You do this by pressing the button in the upper right hand corner of the computer. Wait for the screen to turn on. Next, turn on the cameras. The remote should be on the table by the monitors. Press the Cam 1 button on the remote. Aim it at the cameras and press the red power button. After a few seconds, the camera will go into calibration mode and pivot upward and then return to its original position. Do this for both cameras. There are two lights on the front of each camera, a green and a blue one. If both lights are on, the camera is in standby mode. If there is only a blue light on, that means the camera is on. It is very important that you turn the cameras off when the service is done to avoid burning an image into the camera. By the time you return to the back of the church, camera 1 should only have a blue light on the front of it, meaning it is on and ready to go. Next, log into the computer. You do this by pressing the Enter button and entering 2020 and pressing Enter. You're now logged into the computer. Next, start the OBS software. Do this by double-clicking on the black OBS icon located on the desktop. Next, put the OBS software into dual view mode. This will give you a good overview of the different scenes you will be using during the live stream, whether it be the drone footage, two cameras, or the slideshow during songs. Do this by clicking on the view, going down to multi-view, and clicking on monitor 1. Scene overview. Since you put the software into multi-view mode, you can now see all the scenes that are available for the live stream. You have the drone flyover with the title of the service and clock, camera 1 with a room in the upper right for the slideshow, a scene that only displays a slideshow for hymns, another camera 1 with a smaller box for readings and sermons, a scene with only camera 2, another camera 1 shot, and finally a 2-camera view of the church. These may change as we adapt our technology for streaming. When you click on these scenes, that is the view that will go out on live stream. When live streaming, you need to anticipate what is going to happen next so you can select the appropriate thing to live stream and what camera angle you need, whether it be switching from the slideshow during a hymn to a scene with camera 1 and a slideshow in the upper right for the sermon, or a shot of the front of the church during the announcements, then switching to 2-camera mode for the sharing of the piece. Ignore the camera preview and program screens at the top. Muting and unmuting sound input. We have two sound inputs, one from the soundboard, which is on the top. The second one is the ambient mic at the back of the church. To mute them and unmute them, you click on the speaker icon. If it's red, it's muted. If it's white, it's on. This is an overview of the scene selection screens. The scene you click on the left screen is displayed on the right screen, and that is what will be live streamed out. As you change them, the screen on the right will change. Camera presets. To use the camera presets, first press the escape key, the camera number you wish to control. Camera 1 is the camera at the back of the church. Camera 2 is at the front of the church. recall the camera position you want, and enter. Escape, cam 1, recall, enter. There is a list of presets on the desk. If you mess up, just press the escape key repeatedly and start over. Only the camera that is being live streamed will change the view. So if you are live streaming camera 1, you can change the position of camera 2 to get it ready for the next scene. Using the joystick. You can use the joystick by selecting the camera you wish to use, cam 1 or cam 2, and then turning the dial to the right to zoom in, to the left to zoom out, push to the left to turn the camera left, push to the right to turn the camera right, push down to angle the camera down, push up to angle the camera up. You can still use the presets to move the camera as well. Changing title on drone scene. Make sure that your drone scene is selected and double click on service title. It'll bring up this screen. Highlight this area and type in the title from the front of the bulletin for that week. Click OK and it will change. Start recording and start streaming. To start recording, click the Start Record button. That will give us a copy of the service on our hard drive. To start streaming, do not click Start Streaming. You'll get an error. Instead, click Settings, Stream, and highlight the stream key and hit delete. Now open up an internet browser and go to Facebook. Up here, search for Lamb of God Lutheran Church and select it. Select Lamb of God Lutheran Church at the top, which will take you to our Facebook page. Click Live, which will take you to the configuration page. Scroll down and you'll see Stream Key. Click Copy. Go back to the OBS software, right click and paste. Click Apply and OK. Now you can click Start Streaming. Go back to the internet browser. You should have a preview in the lower right corner. Change the title here by putting in the date and then click Go Live. You can now minimize this. Make sure that you have the drone footage as your selected scene when you start. Go to stop the recording, click Stop Recording. To stop the stream, click Stop Stream. You can now close the software out and exit from Internet Explorer. Put the computer in sleep mode. Do not turn off the computer. Put it in sleep mode by clicking here, clicking Power, and clicking Sleep. That will put the computer in sleep mode so we don't lose any configuration files. Put the cameras in standby mode. This is very important. Failure to do this could result in damage to the cameras. Take the remote, press camera 1, walk into the church, simply aim the remote and press power. You should have a green and blue light on the front of the camera. Walk up to the front of the church, do the same thing for the other camera. Make sure that you have 2 lights, green and blue, when you are finished.